Today we're going to paint some neon cyberpunk barricades. Hi guys, Jonathan from Two Raven Studios. Welcome! I do painting videos and gaming videos every week, so make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss out. Today what we're going to do is paint some barricades from the Marvel Crisis Protocol Cosmic Terrain Pack. You get 4 of these in the set. I have 2 of the set, so I have 8 total. We're going to paint 4 in a pink color and 4 in a green color. To start out, I primed them both with just white Rust-Oleum primer, and I hit the pink ones with pink fluorescent paint, and I hit the green ones with yellow fluorescent paint. The reason why I painted the green ones yellow will become apparent once we start the painting process. So let's get right into it and start in with the airbrush. So as I've said before, when working with fluorescent paints, they're rather transparent, so we need to work from light to dark. So I'm going in with Fluoro Violet from Green Stuff World and just starting to shade down the pink barricades. So it's kind of hard to see, the color's kind of not quite correct. It's hard to film the fluorescent paints, but you can kind of see how it's changing color as I add the fluorescent violet. Now we're going to deepen those shadows by using a little bit of fluorescent blue just to darken down some areas a little bit more. Just short, quick blast here and there just to darken some certain areas down. So I decided I want to brighten up certain areas, so using titanium white ink, I'm just lightly spraying some areas to prep for the next step where I'm going to brighten things up. So yes, this looks a little too stark right now. I think the whole thing looks a little too stark. I'm going to fix it in the next step. Using Fluorescent Rose from Green Stuff World, I'm just going to go over pretty much the whole surface of what I just did, and it's going to help tie everything together. As the paint's transparent, it's going to darken down the white areas, brighten up the purple areas, and kind of just blend everything nice and smoothly. Now we're going to move over to the green ones, and I'm going to start off with Fluorescent Lime from Green Stuff World and darken down. The reason I went with yellow here is that's going to be my brightest color, and I'm going to darken down into the deeper shades with the other paints. So we're starting this process with the Fluorescent Lime. Next up, we're going to use the fluorescent blue again and further darken the shadows down. So you can really see how this blue over the top of the yellow is giving us a nice vibrant green. That was part of the plan of using the yellow to allow the transparency to give us this nice green color. So I masked off some areas and I'm spraying the rest black. It's a mix of black primer with some black ink. After I did one this way, I decided this was not the best way to go around it, and I painted the rest of them just using a brush, painting the areas black that I wanted to be black. It was much faster than trying to mask everything off. Now we're just going to quickly add some highlights. I'm going to start with Graveyard Denim, and I'm going to use the broken edge highlights that I do on most things. So we're just going to go along the edge using broken edge highlights. If you watch me paint anything, you probably know how I paint black at this point. So first step is the Graveyard Denim from P3, Broken Edge Highlights. It's really just a dark blue-gray color, so you can use any brand that you'd like. And then I'm going to further those highlights with Troll Blood Highlight. Again, if you see me paint black, you know what I'm doing here. I'm just, the sharpest edges I'm going over with this color, just to brighten up certain areas. This is kind of like a pale gray, fleshy color. It's similar to Pallid Witch Flesh from GW's. Again, you don't need to use the specific paint, it's just the concept here. And And then we're just going to repeat that process on the colored parts. We're going to use Carnal Pink mixed with some Fluorescent Rose for the pink. Again, those broken edge highlights. We're only going to do this as one step as opposed to two steps like we did on the black. But we just want to pick out those sharp edges. I'm also going to dot along the inside of the recess areas on the bottom just to add a little bit of texture to those. And I'm going to do the same thing to the green ones now with a mixture of pale yellow from Monument Hobbies with fluorescent lime. Same process, just quickly going over the edges. Once you get the hang of this, you can knock this out in no time. And then we're just going to darken down that recess areas. For the green, I'm using Warp Lightning Contrast. For the pink ones, I use Piggy Purple ink from P3. I forgot to hit record for the pink ones, but it's the same process I'm using here. We're just using the ink or contrast paint in those recesses. Once we do this, we are finished. So again, it's terrain, so I didn't go full detail as I could have, but you can get the idea. Nice 360 shot here. Just gives you a nice worn out looking neon barricade here to just spruce up our battlefield. I hope you guys found that useful. If you did, I would appreciate a like. Would you guys like to see more of this terrain set painted up? Let me know in the comments below if you would. I have a couple more pieces of this I want to paint up. I have to get back and paint the rest of the construction site set. And I also have some of the X-Men characters from Crisis Protocol that I am working on. So you can expect a lot more Crisis Protocol content in the future. Also, I know it's been a while since I did anything 40K related or something like that, but I am working on yet another McFarlane Marine, so expect a process on this soon as well. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of that, and until next time, keep on gaming and paint your minis.